I'm back. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. It has been a while. And I'm back. And I think I'm ready now. You may notice, we're in a different space. I've moved back home with my parentals. They're lovely, housing me, feeding me, that sort of thing. But that's not why we're here today. Today is the rebirth of Razamuphu, and I'm very excited to bring it forward into the future, into the now. And today I thought I would give a setup tour of the new look, of the new place, and I got all the specs, all the numbers. I did an unboxing type video, putting it all together more or less over on my other channel that I co-own with my cousin called Quarter Twins. We do a podcast talking about movies and stuff. It's very new, it's very fun. We got 10 episodes as of today, Friday, and it is so much fun. So if you're coming from over there, welcome to Razamuphu. Click the subscribe button. And if you are from here, go over there and hit subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. Shout out to Anchor for helping putting that all for us together. Putting that together for us. Okay, with that being said, let's get right into the tour. So, let's start with the PC. I used a system integrator called Ironside to do a pre-built to my specifications, what I wanted exactly in there. So shout out to Ironside for helping me put it all together. They didn't sponsor me or pay for it or anything. I paid for it all, but they were gracious enough to put it together and send it to me. I know some of the PC purists out there might be a little against system integrators and using them to build your PC, like, oh, you don't know what's in there, they don't wire it correctly, blah, 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 blah. I don't know enough yet about all of that world to actually do it myself. So I had them do it. I picked all the pieces, the pieces, I picked them all, and put them together. Well, they put it together, I put it together on their website, and they built it and sent it to me. It works great. So I don't know the difference between if I picked all these pieces and put it together versus them. So it's my first PC. It works great. I have nothing bad to say about Ironside. So I am using the Metallic Gear Neo Cube, spelled with a Q. That is the case. Good airflow, nice space for the radiator, 2 glass panels, which I like. Little LED strip that I use to monitor CPU temp visually. It kind of has like a little rainbow effect depending on how hot or cool the PC or the CPU is, which is fun. We have the processor. The CPU itself is the Intel Core i9 10940X. It is a X series Intel CPU. 14 cores, 28 threads. It's good for multitasking, which is what I have to do. Streaming, recording, gameplay, editing, After Effects, Photoshop, all that stuff. I gotta run it all. Discord, OBS. Probably switch to Streamlabs, actually. So, But that's for me, not you. YouTube videos, script writing, it's all gonna happen, maybe not all at the same time, but all of those things are going to happen on this computer, on the second monitor. It's all going to go down, so I need a lot of processing power, and the CPU is excellent at it. As for the cooling for said CPU, it gets a little hot, heating it up. Well, actually, I've had no problems with it being hot because I have it water-cooled. We have the Asetek 670LS high performance liquid cooling. It's a 240 millimeter radiator, 2 fans, 2 fans long. It has 2 fans on the front, 2 fans on the back. Pulling air in is the intake, cooling the air through it, which is nice. Keeps the intake very cool, which is good for the whole box. And then I have 3 Corsair 120 millimeter fans on the top as exhaust, heat rises, and I'm helping it do that. So I got physics on my side. For the motherboard, we have an Asus Prime X299A2. It is the only choice I had for the X series CPU, so that's the one I went with. But it's got really nice I/O. I actually end up using all the USBs on the back, but you know, that's whatever. It's got a little bit of RGB on there. It's the only RGB inside the case coming from the motherboard, unless you count the white LEDs from my fans, but I wouldn't consider that RGB because it's just W. Haha. Okay. For the memory, I chose 32 gigs, 4x8, to maximize compartmentalization of memory and stuff. Nothing is really using 16 or like 9 or more gigs on its own, so I can have 4 separate things running at 8 gigs or less at the same time. After Effects and OBS and the game and Premiere Pro or something like that, you know, whatever it is that I'm running at the same time. And it is Fury. Let me look. All it says on the outside is Fury Beast. Maybe something that said Strike. I'm not sure. It's DDR4 3200 DIMM or whatever the word is for that. I haven't even hit. I think when I was downloading a game on Steam, or no, when I was rendering a video, it got up to 60%, and that's the highest it's been. And it rendered pretty quick, which is nice. So I don't expect the RAM to really be an issue. I have 3 terabytes of storage total. We got the terabyte NVMe M.2 drive. I don't know what drive it is because it's under a heat shield, and I didn't see it when I didn't take the heat shield off because it's in there. It might even be under my GPU, but we'll talk about that later. Ooh. And then I have a Seagate 2 terabyte hard drive for footage and videos and all that stuff. So like we have the SSD for items, and then the hard drive for things the items produce. So we have the games, and then we have the footage. We have the Adobe, and we have the videos. We have the Photoshop, and we have the photos. You know, that's sort of what. That's like the things that need to be brought up quickly can be on the SSD, and the things that need to sit there can be on the hard drive. It's very smart. I'm a genius. For the graphics card, we went all in. Well, we didn't go all in, but I wanted to go as high as I could. We are sitting on the GeForce NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti. It's a 8 gigabit graphics card, 3 display ports and an HDMI. I could set up 2 more monitors if I wanted to. I would love to have a vertical monitor way down the line. For chat, I have OBS or like Streamlabs open over here, which will have my everything, Facecam and chat and stream info and everything over here, and then we'll have the game on the main monitor. So right now everything works. It's great. And then finally for the PC, I have a 1000 watt 80 plus gold power supply. Don't think there's anything else that needs mentioning for the PC itself, so I can move on to the peripherals. As for the peripherals, our monitors are a Samsung Odyssey G7. I got the 32-inch because it was cheaper than the 27-inch on Amazon. Shout out to probably Honey, honestly. So that's pretty great. It's a curved 1440p monitor, so I can record 1440p and render and all that stuff. So expect YouTube videos to increase in quality And I should be able to have no trouble streaming 1080p 60 frames. I might bump it down to 30, just so I'm, we're going to limit test. It'll be a whole thing. It'll be fun. As for the second monitor, we're rocking a Samsung TV that I got for college. It's 1080p, it's a TV, it's currently my only speaker, so I'll be wearing headphones all the time, pretty much. I'm not wearing them right now because I got gray hair. You know what I'm saying? Okay. For the mouse, we're rocking a Corsair Scimitar Pro. It's got 12 buttons on the side, DPI switch, profile switch, keys, scroll wheel, if you're into that sort of thing. I use it for League. I got it for League, so I could put all the buttons on the side and play League without any issue, and it works just fine. I will say I have trouble pressing more than one button at a time because I just use my pinky to cast spells and stuff. So I may never reach Grandmaster, but it works. So that's pretty sweet. The mouse pad under it I bought from Etsy. I will try to find it, link to it for it. We'll see. It's lovely. It's a little bit longer. It's not taller. I got the specific size. It fits perfectly on my desk, actually. So that's pretty awesome. The keyboard is also Corsair. It's the K63 mechanical keyboard. We have red Cherry MX switches in there. They sound real nice. They got a nice pop to them. The spacebar kind of rings in your ears a little bit, but that's okay. As for the mic, I am using a Toner Q9 USB. It's just a USB mic. Wasn't too expensive. It was one of the first purchases I made when I really started doing this whole thing. So pretty happy with it. The arm hasn't lost any rigidity. All the joints and everything work great. And it sounds like this. So if you like the way this sounds, you can get this too for your content creation, podcast creation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Quarter Twins. Let's see. Moving over to the webcam right there, we have the Logitech C920X HD Pro webcam. It is 1080p, 30 frames probably. Whatever this is. Looks like 30 frames. It's the classic. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the classics. I guess it technically has a microphone on it too, but we're not using that. And then I have two lights on my face right now, minus the sun, because I wanted to have multiple angles, and I have multiple tones as well. So we have the Logitech Litra Glow LED Square. It's made for creators, by creators. I don't know if that's true, but it's my warm light, so you can see it on this side of my face. A little bit of that golden hour, pretty nice. And then I have my desk lamp from college that is as bright as the sun. It's a cold light, so it's what actually hides all my shadows. I think I get a nice two-tone, two-color look, which is very profesh, very cool, very suave, so that's great. So for me, personally, other than League, I can't normally play games mouse and keyboard, so I'll be using a DualShock 4 controller from the PS4 days. I don't have a PS5 or any better USB to micro USB controllers. I'm not an Xbox guy. I don't like the Xbox controller. It doesn't work with one hand very well. So we're rocking a DualShock. It's great. Works wired. I don't have Bluetooth on my PC, so it's just going to be wired, and I don't really mind. So the desk itself is from IKEA. It is the Freddy, and it has gone under a little bit of construction to get all of this working. We took out a shelf, we took out side panels, We took off these little ears on the sides. It's kind of just the desk and the top shelf now, but it holds everything up, and it's great. My PC is currently sitting on one of the feet, and we had to put some wood under it to keep it from falling to the side because the feet's just a little too short for my ginormous cube. Not IKEA's fault, not the PC's fault, just didn't quite match up. I didn't do the math, and I wasn't going to have it on my desk right next to my microphone because that would be loud. And the chair, yeah, so I looked everywhere to find this chair. I couldn't find it. Pretty sure we bought it at Office Depot or like Office Max or something like that. I really don't know. I don't remember because it was 2.5 years ago. It's a fantastic chair. It's a little squeaky now. I sit in it a lot. The foam's held up pretty well. Good armrest. I probably have it a little too low ergonomically, but I'm young. It's fine. Yeah, so I don't think I'll find it anywhere online for you guys to put like a specific link or anything. I don't know if I'm even going to do that, but it's a lovely chair. I love it. As for headphones, we're rocking Beats Solo wireless. I don't use them wireless because the Bluetooth doesn't work anymore. They're like 7 years old. That'll probably be the first upgrade when I have a job and have money, because I'm not really trying to spend any money until I have a job. And I'm lucky enough to be able to stay in my parents' house until I get a job. So, thank you. So we're rocking those old headphones. They don't sound bad or anything, but it's like, come on. You know, I would like a USB dongle Bluetooth set. I used to have some from the PlayStation ones from a long time ago, and I got rid of them when I moved back home, and as soon as I did that, I realized that they were wireless and capable still with my laptop or my PC. Dumb. I'm dumb. It's fine. And behind me, above me, there, above the cow, we'll have to come up with a name for the cow, are some Nanoleaf light panels. They've been with me for a long time, but they're finally within the screen. I don't have them on right now because they get hot, and I don't really need them to light up the back of my head. But they're interesting and fun, and I like that. So that is just about everything I have for you guys. Yeah, so that is the PC and setup tour of sorts, and hope you guys enjoyed. I will be streaming on my Twitch channel, Razamuphu, at some point next week, throughout the week. Gonna try to be consistent with game and times and schedules and all that stuff to try to appear on the feeds as long as possible. I'm thinking about starting a new Genshin Impact account, starting a new Destiny 2 account, but I'm open to whatever you guys want. I don't think I'll stream League. Kind of just want to keep that as a casual thing now, because it makes me angry, and it's difficult to stream because I just sit there. So that'll be just about it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video or stream, and go check out Quarter Twins podcast. Right now in June, we're doing all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies by phase each week. So next week's episode will be phase 2, so you can go back on Spotify or Apple Podcast or YouTube. We have a YouTube channel too, and check out the previous phase 1 video or episode. I will see you guys soon. Peace.